The rhythmic clatter of the train wheels was a metronome counting down the seconds of Leo's life. He wasn't just a courier anymore. He was a walking, breathing vault. Inside him, nestled in the dark folds of his digestive tract, sat the star of Anya, a diamond the size of a robin's egg, worth more than the entire locomotive he was on. Just hours ago, he was admiring the rolling countryside. Now, he was a prisoner, the landscape a blur of greens and browns that mocked his confinement. The heist had been brutally efficient. 3 men, faces obscured by ski masks, had stormed his private carriage. They were professionals, moving with the cold precision of wolves. They knew exactly what they were looking for. When they tore open the reinforced briefcase and found it empty, a chilling silence fell. Their leader, a man whose voice was a low, gravelly rumble, pressed the cold barrel of a gun to Leo's temple. "Where is it?" Panic is a powerful motivator. In a split second, as their eyes darted around the cabin, Leo had palmed the diamond, popped it into his mouth, and swallowed. The rough facets scraped his throat, a painful promise of the ordeal to come. The thieves had been furious, but the leader, a man they called Silas, had just laughed. It was a dry, humorless sound. Well, he'd said. "Looks like we have some time to kill. Let's hope our friend has a healthy digestive system." And so, here he was, locked in a small supply closet, the scent of disinfectant and stale air his only companions. The rhythmic swaying of the train was a constant reminder of his precarious situation. Silas had been clear, they would wait. They would wait for nature to take its course. Until then, Leo was their most precious and most fragile piece of cargo. Twice a day, a hulking brute named Razor would escort him to the bathroom at the end of the car. These were the most terrifying moments. Razor never spoke, his presence a heavy, menacing cloud. But it was during these trips that a flicker of hope emerged. The third member of the crew, a younger man named Finn, would always find a reason to be nearby. Finn was different. His eyes, unlike the cold emptiness of the others, held a spark of something else: urgency, fear. On the second day, as Razor shoved Leo towards the restroom, Finn accidentally dropped a box of cleaning supplies. As he bent to pick them up, his fingers brushed against Leo's. Tucked into his palm was a minuscule, tightly folded piece of paper. Back in the closet, with trembling hands, Leo unfolded it. The message was simple, written in a tiny, precise script. "I'm with you. Agent Kestrel. Play along. Stay alive. Agent Kestrel." The name was a lifeline. He wasn't alone. An undercover agent was in their midst. The knowledge sent a jolt of adrenaline through him, a stark contrast to the gnawing fear that had been his constant companion. From then on, their communication was a masterpiece of clandestine art. A cough from Finn in the corridor meant patience. A tap on the door with 2 knuckles meant danger. The bathroom breaks became their secret stage. While Razor stood guard outside, Finn would work on the sink's plumbing or pretend to fix a light fixture. His whispers were brief, woven into the sounds of running water and clanking tools. "They have a buyer waiting in Vienna. We have 3 days. I have a replica. We need to make a switch. The moment it's out, you have to create a distraction. A big one." The plan was insane. Leo would have to retrieve the diamond, clean it under the watchful, albeit hopefully distracted, eyes of a killer, and swap it with a fake provided by an undercover agent, all while on a moving train controlled by thieves. What could possibly go wrong? The third day arrived with a gut-wrenching cramp. It was time. When Razor came for him, Leo feigned extreme pain, doubling over. Finn was there in an instant, his face a mask of concern that was just a little too convincing. "He looks bad, Silas. Maybe we should get a doctor when we stop." Silas emerged from the main cabin, his cold eyes appraising Leo like a piece of meat. "He'll be fine. Or he won't. Either way, we get what we came for. Get him to the washroom. And Finn, you go with them. Make sure he doesn't accidentally flush our retirement fund." This was it. The 3 of them crowded into the tiny restroom. The air was thick with tension. Razor stood by the door, arms crossed, a mountain of impatience. Finn fiddled with a rag, his eyes darting between Leo and Silas's man. Leo, meanwhile, focused on the task at hand. It was a grim, undignified process, one he would spend years trying to forget. Finally, wrapped in layers of toilet paper, he held the prize. "Now," Finn whispered, his voice barely audible over the train's roar. He passed Leo a small, damp cloth. As Leo cleaned the diamond, Finn made his move. He tripped, stumbling against Razor and sending a bottle of cleaning fluid splashing all over the floor. "Clumsy me," he yelped, creating a momentary chaos. In that split second, Leo's hands moved with a speed he didn't know he possessed. The real diamond vanished into a hidden pocket in his sleeve, and the replica, cold and glassy, took its place in his palm. It was a perfect switch. When the chaos subsided, Razor was furious, Finn was apologetic, and Leo stood holding the fake gem, his heart hammering against his ribs like a drum solo. He presented the glittering fake to Razor, who grunted and snatched it. They returned to the main cabin. Silas was waiting, a thin smile on his lips that didn't reach his eyes. He took the imposter diamond, holding it up to the light, turning it over and over in his fingers. For a heart-stopping moment, Leo thought it was over. He'd done it. But Silas's smile widened. He set the fake diamond on the table, and from his coat pocket, he pulled out a small, handheld metal detector. The kind used to find pipes in walls or other things hidden away. He clicked it on, and it emitted a low, steady hum. Silas's eyes glinted as he looked straight at Leo. "Excellent work," he purred, his voice dangerously soft. He then gestured towards Leo with the device. "Now, let's just see if your guts are telling the truth." The hum of the detector seemed to grow louder, filling the sudden, dead silence of the train car. Will Leo's deception be exposed? What is Agent Kestrel's next move? Find out in the next episode. If you're on the edge of your seat, make sure to like this video, share it with a friend, and hit that subscribe button with notifications on so you don't miss what happens next. Thanks for watching.